So, hello and welcome to the project explanation video. I have implemented a resilient email sending service that works with two mock providers. It has features like retry mechanism, fallback between providers, idempotency check to prevent duplicate sends, basic rate limiting, and status tracking logs. So, let's first see the folder structure, what it involves. It includes folder src that includes the source code, email service.js file that includes the core logic, provider 1 and provider 2 files to simulate the mock providers. Then comes the test folder that includes the unit test for testing the implementation. Then index.js file that includes the email that includes the express server with API endpoints. Then package.json file that includes the project metadata and scripts to run and test the implementation. Readme.md file that we are currently referring to that includes the project documentation and the instructions to implement. Gitignore file that includes node modules that can't be pushed to the that should not be pushed to the GitHub. So I have used got.ignore file for that. So let's now see what all the features it implemented in detail. The first one is retry logic with exponential backoff. So it basically retries when it fails and sends back to the primary provider uh, as many as attempts it is left with. Then the second feature is fallback mechanism. It basically switches to the second provider if it continues to fail on the primary provider. Then the idempotency, it basically prevents sending the same email again, and I have checked it using the ID that is being that I have associated with the email. Then the rate limiting feature, it basically involves the limiting the emails that can be sent per window, so to avoid spamming. Then the status tracking, so it basically keeps a log of all the attempts that we have done, whether fail or success, with the timestamps. Then comes the unit test, so that includes the that I have implemented using Jest, and that is the testing framework for JavaScript. It basically tests all the implemented features whether they are running successful or not. We will see when I will show you how it can be run locally. So so these are the steps that can be used to run this project locally. First, we have to clone this repo that I have used. Uh, then install all the dependencies that it has by doing by running the command npm install, and then running the script npm start. So let me switch to my id that I have used, VS Code. So this is my id. It includes all the folders that I have discussed, like the source code and the test one for that includes the unit test. So the provider one and this one is provider two. It basically simulates the mock providers, and for that for the implementation I have used man.random function. So it can be failed sometimes, like the provider one. It has a 60% uh, success percentage. So so we can also simulate the failures, like retry mechanism that can be shown, and also the switching between the providers. So if it fails, the if the provider one fails that and if the retries are being over, then it will be switched to provider two. And then email service.js file that includes all the core logic. So let me explain each line. The first two includes the import import for the providers. The I have used the first provider for the provider one and the second provider for provider two. It has the constructor which uh, which creates two objects for both the providers. And then I've used set for the idempotency check. It basically whenever the email sends email sending is success or failure, it includes the it adds the ID associated with that email to this set. So we can check afterwards if if the ID is included in it, not. If it includes in this set, then we will reject the email, and if it is not, then we will send the email and show the result. Then we have emails per window. So I have implemented like uh, three emails that can be sent for three that can be sent in 3 seconds. So this is the rate limit I have used. It is just for the demo purpose. So here the window size is 3 into 1000, basically 1000. It checks in milliseconds, so I have used 3 seconds. Then I have used the counter that is being initialized with 0, and the start with the date dot now function. Then I have used an array to store the status logs, so that can be retrieved afterwards. For to retrieving the status logs, I have used this function get status log that will return the status logs. So here it is my asynchronous function send email that sends the email. So first we will check the idempotency, like if the ID is included in this set or not. So we can either send or not the send the data. If it's true, then we will console that email is already been set, and also will log this in the status log array, and also will return this in the console. Now here this is the code for rate limiting. In this in this I am checking if the window size is being over or not. If it is not, then we will initialize the window start with the now and the rate limit again to 0. In this then if the if condition that if the count has been over or not, like I have implemented like two tries can be implemented, so whether they are over or not, and then count plus plus if still if the number of attempts are still left. Then I've used I have created the object result that includes success, provider, error details, and so here I have initialized it retries with 0, and then the for function for loop to retry the number of retries I've used, like I have used retries should be less than 2, so it will retry 1 and 2 times, basically retry 0 and retry 1. So this is the function for that, and if this fails, then it will catch the error here, and it will then, and if the retries get over, then it will switches to the fallback provider, which includes this logic. And so here I've used the sleep function for showing the exponential backoff. In this if in this for the provider one, if it catches the error, then it returns sleep and return this function, so that can be retried exponentially, like for then first for 1 second, then second attempt for second setting, and then fourth event exponentially, basically. So now let's see the index.js file that has the express server. I have right now commented it to just show you the code locally running. So here I have used the email object that includes two ID, two, and subject body. So we will try sending an email. So open the terminal and run the command npm start. When we click enter, it shows the email is sent using the first provider, and also return the result object as success true, provider first email provider, and error null, as the email is being sent successfully. Now we will implement if the idempotency is checking or not. So we will try sending another email. So let me, okay, now we will send the second email. So here we can see the retry mechanism is being active, so it is trying again on the provider one because it is failed the first time, but the second time it is being able to send the email successfully, so it returns with email sent using first provider to test at example.com that we have used. But when we will sending the email again, by creating another instance here for the email service. Here it will return as the email is already been sent. So it is the idempotency is been checking to prevent the duplicate sends. Now I have commented down this email to show the rate limiting feature. We have implemented the for loop for that. We are not using this same because it will try sending again with the same ID, so it will get stuck in the second email sending. So this is the logic for that, and when we will run this, should give the rate limit exceeded after 2 tries. So yeah, it tried for the first time, for the second time, and then it returns the rate limit exceeded because we have implemented 3 retries for 3 seconds. So the 3 attempts have been successful. Then the fourth and the fifth attempt has been unsuccessful. So it shows the success as false. Now to also get the status logs that can be that can be fetched using the get status log. So let me run this again. So here we can see the first attempt is being failed. Then the first provider is doing the second retry in which it has been successfully sent. Then the second attempt is also been successfully sent, and the third one also. Then the rate limit triggers at the fourth attempt, and it will show the error as rate limit exceeded. Then we can see the status logs here for the email 1, email 2, the all the emails that we have sent. So I have deployed this Express server on render. So we have got this API and that can be used. So I will show how it can be implemented using the Postman. So let me open my Postman. So this is my Postman dashboard. We will copy this API and paste this here, and we will post this in email. And in the body we should send the JSON as this, the email object that includes id to subject and body, and when we hit send button it should be give the result as whatever the email we have sent. It is taking its time, so it must be retrying, I guess. So yeah, it successfully returns the email is being sent. Now we can also get the uh, status by hitting this get on the uh, status endpoint. So it returns us with the status like the email id 1 is being sent, the success to first email, and the null. So this was all the explanation of the project and the features that I have implemented in this. Rest you can refer to the readme.md file that includes all the instructions and documentations that can be used like to test all the features and how it basically works that I have already explained. Thank you.